Good evening. I hope you're all having a good day so far. My name is Kai and it's nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming by. If you're new to the channel, I am pretty much a just chatting streamer that plays sketch in the background while I talk to chat. Today we're going to play something different. This is a game called The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and I think I've played it on stream before, but this was about a year ago, so it's been a while since I played this game. Probably forgot most of it already, but if you'd like to, feel free to join us on this story game today. It's pretty much a detective murder mystery type of game, and I hope you'll all enjoy it because I really enjoyed the past versions of this game. I played this game, I think on the Game Boy or something. It was like a different version of the game. It was like a different story and everything. I think this one has a different story. I played a little bit of it. I enjoyed a little bit of it. Back then, this was like 1 year ago, so I've forgotten most of it already. And I hope you've been having a wonderful day so far. By the time you're watching this, it's probably 10:30 p.m. your time, maybe like 1 or 2 minutes off. But I hope you've all had a great day so far, and please get lots of rest tonight. I try to do comfy streams which help you relax at the end of a long day of school or work, and I try to make your day just a little bit better with my streams. So if you're new to us and you're enjoying the vibe of the pre-recorded stream so far, feel free to follow me on Twitch because that's where I usually do my streams. The reason why I'm having pre-recorded streams recently is because I am away from the 18th to the 29th of April. I will not be able to physically stream, but I just wanted to record something so everyone can have something to accompany you every single day, every other day or something like that, like my usual stream schedule. So after I'm back on the 29th, streams will go back to the usual stream schedule. Thank you so much for keeping. I hope this stream can keep you company even while I'm away. And thank you so much for just supporting me even while I'm away. I am still on the Discord though, so if you ever want to just have a chat with me, I will still be active in the Discord while I'm away. Hope to be back soon, and I miss you all already so much. I don't know when I will schedule this video for release, but I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for just joining me on the journey today, and I hope we can have some fun. I can I'm pretty much talking to all of you in the future as well. You're probably going to see this about 2 weeks after I record this, but I hope you'll enjoy it too. Thank you so much for just dropping by today, and let's go. Let's jump right in. Okay, game is called Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and now I'll just be working through this. I played a little bit of it. I forgot most of it already. Yeah, I've already forgotten most of it already. So we'll just start a new game here, and I hope you'll enjoy. Oh, cutscene.
The Empire of Japan. After opening its
Yeah, this has got to be like a time period really long time ago. Probably about 30 years ago, I think. Probably about, okay, maybe not 30 years, maybe like 40 years ago or something like that.
It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
Can you see the mouse? I'll try to keep the mouse out of the screen so you can watch the cutscene. Oh, oh, what happened? Did you get shot? Oh, wait, that looks like a school uniform.
The turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Did my man kill him? Oh no! Yeah, I hope you're having a great day so far, and I hope you ate dinner too. Thank you so much for just dropping by to join me. If you're new here as well, I hope you enjoy the comfy vibes. I hope I can help you relax at the end of the day too. 22nd November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature. Did I read that right? Defendants and the Chamber 5. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan? Oh, this is Japan. Waiting to decide my fate. Who's this? Bailiff. What? Oh, no, nothing. Savior glares. Murderer. Okay, I guess we're being charged of murder. Oh no. What a start to the story. So we're not like investigating a case or something. We're in this one, I guess we're we're the ones being charged. Sorry. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Naruhodo. I remember this. Naruhodo means something like, oh, I understand, or oh, so that's how it is, or something like that. And it's often used in, if you watch anime a lot, it's often used by characters when they encounter a situation when they finally understand something. And having Naruhodo as like your last name or your surname. Wait, is Naruhodo the surname here? Wait, he said his name is. Wait, his name is Ryunosuke. Did they swap it around? Wait, Japanese usually have like the first name at the back, right? Oh, so I think they changed this for the English translation. So his name is Ryunosuke and his surname is Naruhodo. I see, I see. Ryunosuke, yeah, Ryunosuke feels more like a first name kind of thing, but Naruhodo, having Naruhodo as your last name. I mean, okay. I'm a second year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now here I am, awaiting my trial. Okay, so I guess we're being trialed for murder. That's enough. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? Who am I? I'm this man's lawyer. I will be defending him today. Tripping over my words already, oh no. Lawyer? Yes. And until the judge has given the verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities. Look at you, you haven't even graduated yet. Oh, I guess he's like a... Is he studying in law school or something? And yet I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. I look at... I think we talked about this on stream before when I did it about a year ago. When I played this game about a year ago on stream. His bandana is always flowing in the wind. It's like, is there like your Japanese role-playing game, your protagonist? Because the protagonist in like a role-playing game, like the hero, usually has this kind of bandana around their forehead or something like that. It's kind of distracting though. He looks really cool. And having a katana, just having like being able to carry a katana around, I guess this was like the time period where you could actually wield weapons in public or something like that. Because he's still a student, right? He's not actually like a police officer or something. So I'm surprised you can still carry a katana on you or something like that. Right? Ryunosuke? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, no. I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma. Oh, his name is Kazuma. My favorite character is Kazuha. And he has a katana too. I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. Ha 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 ha. There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. Wait, so the victim was their professor? Oh no. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not. You have to believe me. I didn't do it. I could never murder someone. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. He's like it's like a really, really good friend. Cheers you up when you're down, you know. But he's gonna be our lawyer, right? So he's gonna defend us in this case, I think. You mean, I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend. Oh, also in his second year at Yume University. But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Oh, he's qualified already? Oh, I missed that. That was too fast. It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old. Here in Japan, anyway. My qualifications don't mean much, yet. He said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago, yes, that's when all this started. Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last. I know, I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court. I'm sorry, I won't be able to like differentiate the voices. I only have one voice. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura blowing around his temple. Yeah. I guess that's why his bandana is always like flowing around or something. Mysterious aura blowing around his temple. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. If only it were that simple. Oh dear. Look at the time. I better get going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in the English class tomorrow then, partner. Aibo? Okay, what happens next? It was straight after that. That's when it happened. Asogi, may I have a word? Oh, who is this? Oh, this is the professor? Wait, what? Didn't the professor die? Is this another professor? Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind all that for now. Asogi, you should go immediately to the judge chambers. To His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at university before. Doesn't pay attention to your professors, you know. I see. I'll go at once then. No, is this his retainer? I shall accompany you. Alright then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom. Yes, thanks, Kazuma. Ugh, this is awkward. If I may? Yes, sorry? You must be the defendant. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. Our character is so... I feel like he's getting surprised at like the smallest things. My name is Yujin Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. Ah, Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that that permission will be revoked. Oh no. And never granted again. What? Oh no. Wait. So if he fails to defend you in this case, then he won't get to go study abroad? I mean, that's his dream, right? What is the professor telling you this for? Is he trying to make you like as I suspected, is he trying to make you I don't know. Why is he telling us this? You were unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered. I mean, he's a friend, right? That makes like Kazuma a really, really good friend. But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it. I swear, I'm not a murderer. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. Do you guys like this kind of like mystery detective kind of game? I like it a lot. I like just finding out about the truth kind of games. I played story games such as Danganronpa. I played story games such as Zero Escape. AI the Somnium Files as well. These games were really, really good. Like just detective mystery kind of games. Because it's fun to see the plot unfold. Like even though things have happened already, it's nice to see what happened and what led up to this point or something like that. So really looking forward to finishing this game as well. I'll probably do a few recordings here and there. Probably recordings. I don't think I can stream this game too much because I feel like I would get a little bit too carried away with talking to chat instead and not really focus on the story itself. So if it's okay with all of you, I'll probably keep this game to just like a recording only thing. You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. But then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. Eh? I do? But what would the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Of course not. Defendant! Oh. Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. Okay, I guess it's time to go. I would seem our I don't use this word at all. Surreptitious discussions are to be cut short. What does that word even mean? I'll probably have to go look it up later on. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Wow. Okay, chill, relax. Get moving. There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. It's like they all determined me to be like the murderer already. It's like, hello? Do I get like the chance to speak up for myself or something? This is it. If the trial goes badly, Cosma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence. The trial that would decide my destiny. I'll be drinking lots of water while I do this, because I'll be reading a lot, I think. Yeah, this game isn't voiced at all, so I'll probably have to read most of it. It's the same for all the other versions of this game. It was never voiced. Okay, so 9 a.m. now. A Supreme Court of Judicature, Courtroom 2. Oh, I guess that's me? Next to Kazuma? Ryunosuke says, so this is a courtroom. He's just looking around a lot. The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in this land has more power. Man, it must be really scary to stand like here, you know, when everyone's looking at you and stuff. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. What does that word mean? These characters. My mouse is a little bit misaligned for some reason. I think it's like resolution kind of things. Yeah, but look at this. What is this? I don't know. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. The powers that the powers that be have. Huh? Wait. Wait, does this make sense? The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. Okay. I think the translation is a little bit broken here, but I think what they're saying is the higher ups have demanded that this be a secret trial or something like that. Because this sounds a little bit nonsensical. A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time. But for now, you need his his bandana is distracting me. You need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. Oh, bonk. What is that hairstyle? Ah, the judge always looks the same. Yeah, I think in the other games he has like a white beard, but in this one he has a black one. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. His hairstyle. What is this? This is like some really Edo period, I think, kind of thing. Like, you know, with all the samurais and stuff. The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency. They're calling like the higher up Your Excellency too. Just like remember we did Raiden story quests like a few pre-recorded streams ago. They always called Raiden Your Excellency too. As is the defense. Before we begin, there's one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I'm obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? Wait, is this the first question? This is it. This must be the question. Oh no. Wait, if he says I do here, isn't he going to advocate for himself? Oh no. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then if I say I do... Yeah. I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Wait and see? What happens if we click wait and see? Kazuma is the lawyer here. I can't defend myself. If I said I do, it would be tantamount to lying. And I've been accused of murder, for goodness sake. This is no time for lies. Try to stop fidgeting, Ryunosuke. It's distracting. If I don't say I'll defend myself now, Things could end very badly for my friend. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here... Oh. My man. He's standing so straight. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. What? Dude, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble like this though. What are you doing? You'll be... What? What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mikotoba told me everything. Just now, before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off? No, it's not like that really. It's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes, I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Aw, they're such good friends, man. I mean, like, he's looking out for Ryunosuke, and Ryunosuke is thinking a lot about his dreams as well, so really, really good friends. That's nice. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Bonk. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. Well, well. Oh, his name is Aochi. Okay. Ouchie? As in like ouch? Ouchie. Okay, okay. Well, well. Does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel? Really?
Objection!
Objection! That's like being a thing in the games a lot. They like to just interject each other. Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent, he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Hmm? Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court... that character on his fan means a sin to me. You must have I'm tripping over my own tongue. You must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed. Bonk. As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. To make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. Man, Ryunosuke is so lost. I feel like I would be as well. I mean, anyone in this situation would probably be too. So let's start with the very simplest of questions. Oh, yes. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I care to remember. But wait. Ugh, I'm so nervous. I can't even remember that. What was it again? Ryunosuke. I feel like his friend's done at this point. Let me guess, your mind's gone blank? You know me so well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. But I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with a press of E. Okay, we press the E now. We press the E to find. Imagine if you're in like this situation and your lawyer tells you, you can find information by pressing a single key. If you ever, it makes sense for the game, like in real life, probably a little bit weird. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. I just have to press E for the court record. Pressing E. Pressing that E real hard. Let's go. Alright, there's no time to lose. Okay, press E. Proof that I'm a university color pin. Proof that I'm a student at the Imperial Yume University. Always wear the color of my uniform jacket. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with E. Oh, I can press E again. What is this? Oh, you'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, press Z to go back. Second year at so this is Kazuma's best friend, despite being a student, qualified defense lawyer as well. This is the professor, the other professor who told you to say I do at the start. A medical school professor at the Imperial Yume University. He's an authority in forensics medicine and Kazuma's mentor. The lead prosecutor of this case, Taketsuchi Auchi, who would appear to have little love for the changes the Cultural Reformation has brought about. John H. Wilson, the victim of this case, he was a visiting professor of medicine at Yume University from the British Empire. Oh, wait, they're from the British Empire. Is that why they said something like peculiarities or something like that? Okay, press Z to go back. Okay. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Now, you'd better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press R. Now we're pressing R instead. Try it now. Okay, so presenting the victim's name, right? Yes! The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yume University 3 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we've just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yume University, are you not? Oh. Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor? Ugh, but I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it? Not too good at pronouncing some words, I'm sorry. Exactly, our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Oh, I see. Feeling a little bit hungry though. It's already 4 a.m. for me though. Yeah, if you're watching this right now, it's probably about 11 p.m. for you, but it's already 4 a.m. for me right now. I'm recording this on the 14th of April, so I am probably about 2 weeks, I think. About 1 or 2 weeks behind you in time. So this is the past me speaking to the future you again. Hello. His Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. That's true. The fact is... Oh no, I skipped that too fast. I'm so sorry. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Right, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. Okay, so I guess Kazuma goes. The British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think... Wait. I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello. So I went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Bonk. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death. The cause of death. But obviously that was Ryunosuke. Remember that in court? Every assertion must be backed up by evidence. Okay, so I guess we're pressing E. Press that E real hard to look at the court record. Let's go. By evidence? But how? Find a piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now. A post-mortem report. Death occurred a little after 2 p.m. and was caused by loss of blood from a gunshot. Oh, okay, so it's a gunshot. Bullet did not pass through the victim's body. Okay, so we're presenting this one. Which button was present again? Oh, R. Okay, R. Well, according to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma. Learn to read, you imbecile. Wow, kind of rude. Shake my head. That's the post-mortem report, I take it. Sorry, yes, that's right. The post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later. Right, Ryunosuke is a student as well at this, like a law university, I think. This so-called photographic print of the scene. Oh right, they didn't really have like photos back then. Photographic print. Guess that's what they called it in the past. Nowadays we take like selfies, we take pictures with our phones too. Oh, so that's the gunshot wound. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range. Thank you, counsel. Court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. The photographic print of the victim, okay. Photographic print that shows the victim. He was shot from the front in the chest and subsequently died. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Bonk. Very well. I'm satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial. What is... what is that? Left, right. Is he like, like pulling the sleeves back with gravity or something like that? Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case. The prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. Ugh, this is it then. First witness? I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes. Clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Oh, please do. I think I really need help. Ah, of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Ah, so not having Kazuma as the defense lawyer, we can still like get Kazuma's help from this. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats. Only if you rein in that crazy headband. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. Okay, guess we're heading into our first case. Oh, who's this? The first witness? Witness! State your name and occupation for the court, please. Hosonaga. Of course, my name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called La Carnival. Oh, hello? Hello? He's bleeding? Is he okay? Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, or... I guess that's what the towel is for? It's a... it's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. You should be bothered by that. That's really dangerous. Please go see a doctor or something. Well, it really should. As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels, to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery, 3 days ago. I don't know what Occidental means. I have to go look up that word, I guess. Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. At once, sir. And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please. Wow, stop it. This other lawyer, the prosecution lawyer, is so annoying. Perspiring, maybe but aspiring. It's just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. That fits in with my memory of it too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. Oh, he's coughing again. Oh no! My sir, please. It was when I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery. Oh. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair, and standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student. Yes! Hold on, let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him. I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness report of what he saw, you amateur. Oh my, I'm being berated. The next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, defended Naruto. Oh no. Don't worry, Ryunosuke, you'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. Ugh. If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today. He's coughing again. Dude, he's really not okay. that is that is a lot of blood. Yes, without question. I see. And apart from the accused, is he just bonking himself with the fan? What is he doing? And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim? No, there was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Huh? Wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table? What's the matter, Yunosuke? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello. Oh, there was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. Really? That's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? Interject? I mean, this should be like an appropriate time, right? To do this? I mean, you're defending your life. And you have like the evidence to back it up, I guess. But you don't really have evidence as well, so okay, let's try interjecting. Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table. Dear me, dear me. What are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all? But I'm sure of what I saw. Hosonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy. No, the glasses push. Such an anime cliche though. No, the deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. Oh, he's coughing again. Dude, I am so worried for this guy. I don't think he's okay at all. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please, have a look if you'd like to. These are like Chinese characters. Chufang means kitchen in Mandarin. Let me see. A sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume. That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. He's wiping his mouth again. Oh no. Thank you, sir. Bonk. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well, is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. Oh, what happened? Why is he sweating? What's that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Oh, he's coughing a lot harder now. Oh no! Something certainly seems to have shaken him. The waiter's business card has been entered into the court record. Man, he's not okay. So, what is that action? So the court has now heard a precis of the case. Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, the prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime. What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean? Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You said it, Professor Mikotoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? Thank you so much for questioning. Thank you so much for questioning us, Kazuma. What? If the accused is in fact innocent, then the defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke. Oh, he slammed the table. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll just see how just how decisive this evidence really is. Are y'all enjoying the story so far? Bonk. Indeed. Prosecutor Auchi, please continue with proceedings. Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be. I can be your angel or your devil. Okay, let's go. In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls its next witnesses. Bonk. Very well, officer. Bring forth the witnesses at once. Witnesses? Wait, more than one? How many? Oh, two. What is with that mustache? Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court. Oh, I guess he's a soldier? Yes, sir. The great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant. Yes, sir. No, sir. What are these things? What is... Wait, so is this supposed to be like yes and no? Huh? So is it... What is this name? Reporting for duty, sir. Korekuta says, myself, I find employed as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation, Nippon. His ears though, those earlobes kinda huge. And conduct my trade from Raste, a humble premise in the 2nd district. Kiryo Korekuta, at your service. Doesn't... I feel like their names are all weird. Korekuta just means collector, right? Oh no! And like his shop, Rasute just means rustier. Oh no! Why are all the names like this? An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing. Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question. I think I saw them in the cutscene just now as well. They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned. Myself, yeah, correct, basically collector. I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question. Why does he use words like this? Always post noon. and not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curious with which I make my business. I can't understand a word that old man is saying. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell their wares to them. So it's this kind of person. He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct? Affirmative. The enemy... Oh my... The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir. This man's as impossible to understand as the... Why do they use terms like that? Just like the soldier just makes me think about camp. I'm not even away in camp yet. I don't want to think about it. Oh no. By the time you're watching this, I'm probably already like just doing things in camp already. I'll be back, yeah, I'll be back by the 29th for sure, but I'll have the Friday off as well. If this video was posted after the 24th, then you might have seen me stream on the 22nd as well. I hope I get the energy to stream on the 22nd. I think I'll be back on Friday evening, 22nd. So I might be able to do a stream if I have enough energy. So if it's okay with all of you, I'll see you on that day. Even though it's probably in the past for you and it's probably in the future for me. It's kind of weird, like our sense of time here. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. So this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead. Yes. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Bonk. Now, the court will hear from your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Man, does he have to do a salute every time? What is that sound? Nah. Nah. Sir, yes sir. I already know what's happening here. As in like, I already know why there's a sound there. Because I sort of remember the time I used to play this. I think it was, yeah, it's been a long time already. I know the exact reason, but I'll try not to spoil it. I'll try not to spoil it. Sir, yes sir. Standing by and ready to report, sir. Unsavory memories of a most acerbic afternoon. Okay. So testimony. Witness testimony. What the witnesses saw. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Why does he have to talk like this? I know you're a soldier, but you don't have to do it in this context. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. From the back? From the back? So did I shoot him in the back? I was on my hands and knees, investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio. I really don't care about your antiques. I really don't care about your antiques. Oh man. Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. I remember what you can rebuke here already because he said that you shot him in the back, but that's not what happened in the photo though. He saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked, the stupid, that wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy. What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day. But, but this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true, Ryunosuke? Yes, all I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. After I said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant when I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. Oh, is that a revolver? Have y'all... I've fired guns before, as a part of like army and stuff. But I've also fired a revolver before because I used to be in the uniform group when I was a teenager in school. And I took part in this thing called the National Police Cadet Corps or something like that. So they were training, not really training, more of just you do like activities that policemen would partake in or something like that. So we had to learn like marching drills. I think at the age of 14, yeah, 14, I got the chance to shoot a revolver. I think it's a, if I'm not wrong, it's like a .22 caliber revolver. It was for the me back then, for the young me back then, that was so cool. I was really cool, and even after I fired it, I still thought it was really cool. The gun jumped so much after you shot it. It was pretty cool. I don't think it was that accurate though. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. I bent down, and just as I was picking it up, oh, just as he was picking it up. So I guess the gun was placed on the floor just so he can be framed or something. Someone's trying to frame our protagonist probably. Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was. There is. Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses. Cross-examine? Do it now! As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. Bonk. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice. Certainly, the testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Really? I mean, how is this like concrete evidence? I mean, it's just like what they said, right? You know? He interjected. What in the name of the emperor is this? Is the meaning of this outburst? I mean, the defense demands its right to a cross-examination. Dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic. Huh? How did he know? The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination? Oh, Kazuma's objecting back. Oh, the defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Ah, they're fighting. Kazuma is so commanding. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke. But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements. How? You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a lie. Oh yes, but it's just a case of proving it. And the key to doing that is evidence. Right, evidence. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Oh, table bonk again. I feel bad for like the tables in this courtroom. They're constantly losing HP. Now let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you. Oh, alright then. It's all or nothing. This is the action that the protagonist and the other stories of this series used to do. Like he always like uses two hands to slam the table. What the witnesses saw. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak. Okay, so this is the testimony again. I know which part is wrong because we saw that just now already. The photo, he was shot in the front, right? And if we recall correctly, the photo that we saw said something about the bullet not passing through. So if he said that we shot him in the back, that doesn't make sense anymore, right? Because the bullet should be in his back. And because it didn't pass through, there should be a hole in the front, which is, yeah, contradicting the photo again. So let's just present that one. How you present evidence in this game is, if you want to contradict the lie, you have to go to the exact line you want to contradict. So yeah, so the black uniform varsity cadet fired on the English civilian and from the back. Yeah, so we'll have to present it here. The photo, right? Yeah, he was shot from the front in the chest and subsequently died. So if we present this one, pretty much contradicts his lie. Why would he lie though? Maybe he has like his own agenda in this case. Oh. What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Trusting some photographic print in my mustache. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. I love seeing this because, yeah, the protagonist always does this death slam. Like, this exactly what he's doing right now. When he does it, it feels like he's not controlling himself or something like that. He's just doing it out of reflex, which really makes you think about the other games in this whole series. I don't know, like all the memories coming back, all the nostalgia. I mean, yes, there's a clear inconsistency here. What nonsense? What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know? Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom. Ugh, this is so frustrating. Boom. Dude, the desk. They're just bonking the desk over and over. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. Kazuma, what? What are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense. This presented by the defense? Oh, as in like us contradicting, right? That there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. What? Sergeant, yes or no? Yes, sir. What, sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian from the back. The cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military grade. What is... How do you use this like adjective? How do you describe your eyes as military grade? That's so weird. That is so weird. But no, that just can't be. And why not, cadet? Because, because, because. Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Ah, Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? Ooh, eh? What is that? The baby? Is that a baby? Ooh, well, what? What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly, there is a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Oh, he's sweating bullets. Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the the baby. It's a baby, right? I think this is what the baby's sitting in. It's like a sling or something like that. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak, sir. Then why lie in the first place then? What? The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Yesanosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. Ugh, that's absurd. I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Oh, you just Uno reversed. You just Uno reversed on Aochi. Kya. There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial, just from that one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there. So that sound was from the baby too. A university cadet there. He was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back. But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either? Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. This silly old man, I can't. Treasure? Indeed, the Hoei era koban, my prized coin. On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Rasate. In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you? On the day under scrutiny, it was to the military man that I proffered my Hoei treasure. Believed that he would purchase such a rare find, I did not, but I was presented with little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes for the oh my, what is with his reactions? He's gonna animate. After averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished. The koban vanished? Hunting around under the table, I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there, and then it happened. Oh, the gunshot. You heard the gunshot, you mean? Indeed I did, but I I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded Hoei treasure. Why are you here in this courtroom? Nothing could distract me. Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end? No. You didn't find the coin in the end? I see. That lamentable day, the precious Hoei Koban was lost to me. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. Oh, did the sergeant take it? Bonk. As I am sure everyone present is aware, this case demands swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. I mean, you can't really sentence Naruhodo now, right? I think, because you just don't have enough evidence. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British, it will be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Aochi? Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. Is that like an idiom or something? I don't understand what that My witnesses have further testimony to make. Explain. Up upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Ugh. Bonk. Very well. The court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear? As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency. What is Kiriko glass? Yes, sir. At once, sir. Oh, the baby. Awaiting signal to testify, sir. Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think. Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name, Ido. Oh. Why is his name Ido? Ido. It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Ido. Tension. What is that? Is that a pinwheel? Your father is about to call the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy. What is happening? The true culprit. Even if what I saw was in the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, that young lad in black. That much I myself did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman over and out. Okay. These testimonies are certainly... Oh! Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all. Please, enough of these outbursts already. But there was a woman. There was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her. If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We're not here to listen to your fantasies. Ugh. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact. Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel? Indeed. Of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. As can plainly be seen, there is only one place set. Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. Ugh, this doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record. Okay, bottle of carbonated water and a steak lunch can be seen on the victim's table. I don't understand. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. The waiter before this said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt. These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. I mean, like, to write someone off like that, that's pretty messed up. That's definitely really messed up. To think that I, Taketsuchi Aochi, will have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor. Oh no, Ryunosuke, don't give up! How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. Now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination. I don't know, Kazuma. Bonk. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick, understood? Rules can be so unbending at times. Okay, guess we're cross-examining this one. Probably end this pre-recorded stream after this cross-examination. I'll probably talk a little bit more before I end too. Okay, we'll go through the lines again. I'm not too sure for this one. It's been 1 year. Yeah, it's been 1 year. And I didn't even make it to the end of this case as well. So halfway through the case, I'll probably not know what to do anymore. It'll probably be fresh to me as well. Yeah, it's been a long time since we played this. Even if what I saw was in, let's see, pointing the gun at the foreign man. Actually, let's check the evidence first. Okay, let's just look through the evidence. Bullet did not pass through the victim's body. Okay. Shot from the front in the chest and subsequently died. Head of waiter's business card. Can I inspect? Examine. I don't think you can really see anything from here. It just zooms in, right? I think. Yeah, I can't really do anything with this. Okay. Crime scene photograph. Oh, this one was the one they submitted, right? Just now? That's been eaten. Oh, we can change the people too, right? I think. Oh, we can't? Oh, we can't change the people. Okay. Let's go back for now. Visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. What do we contradict here, though? What do you think, Ryunosuke? Ooh. What's the matter? I can't find anything. I can't find a clear discrepancy anywhere. I'm done for. No, no, no. Listen, the first thing to do is calm down. You can't expect witness statements to be full of holes every time. So just take your time and try to tease more information out of them first. What do you mean? You can choose to either press or present against each of the witness statements. If a witness is saying something you're suspicious about, press him on it with Q. Oh, time to remember another key to press, so I'll have to press Q this time. With a little luck, you may get some more details, which could prove to be crucial. Right, I see. The important point is, there's no sense in holding back. If anything even slightly jars with you, press the witnesses on it and press them hard. Alright, got it. I'll press them like blocks of tofu. Blocks of tofu? I think this is like probably like a reference to how they produce tofu in the past, you know? I think some traditional places, like places that do it traditionally, still do it too. You make like I've seen this on YouTube before. So you make like a paste from soybeans. So you dry the soybean stuff and then you press it together or something like that. Keep it in place for the shape to take form or something like that. It's pretty cool. You can check it out if you haven't seen it before. I don't know, I like tofu a lot, so I saw a video about it before. Professor wasn't alone in the restaurant, I'm sure of it. And one way or another, this cross-examination is going to prove I'm right. It's time to press them for all they're worth. My fate depends on it. Okay, we'll be hitting that Q button a lot. Even if what I saw was in the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Okay, let's try to press him on this. No, no, no. It's not the same thing at all. For a start, I didn't fire that gun. We have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of a uniformed officer versus that of a fleshling cadet. I don't think so. Consider this, defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked. Did you? Did you see it? Did you see me blink? How could I? And yet, it is an undeniable fact that I did blink. So there you have it. Have what? The sound of the firearm rang in my ears, and the very next moment, I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman. I think that says it all, don't you? Doesn't it? Don't you? Did I read the tag question wrong? Let us not forget that the antiques dealer witnessed the accused in this most incriminating position as well. Isn't that so, Korekuta-san? Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was. That young lad in black. That much I myself did see. Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at that point in time. I've told you already, that's only because I picked it up off the floor. As the culprit, that's the only way you could explain it away. I had just finished drinking my coffee and I was about to leave the restaurant when... Oh? Noticed the gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. And at exactly that moment, a gunshot rang in my ears. Full of events beyond our control, life is. Sorry? What do you mean? In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament. Whereas conversely, I failed to pick up the koban from the floor. I don't care about your koban. I find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result. Anyway, the fact remains. Myself, I did see you. With pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Okay, I have to press this. Probably. You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there. As you have been at pains to point out time and time again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. Ugh. If there'd been more people dining there at the time, then someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant. I know, of course the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day, or why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason. There was? Oh, this was found in the victim's jacket pocket. What is that, Counsel? It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Hota clinic? Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th November, noon to past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. I wonder, what do you think, Ryunosuke? Well, it is hard to see how it could be related actually. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful. Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report card to be submitted as evidence or not? Yeah. Yeah, it's an important part, I think. I finally remember what to do already. If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds? The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern. No. Whether or not they are of concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues. I beg your pardon? You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well. The court will grant the defense's request. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend. Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record. Okay, medical report card from Hota Clinic that was found in the victim's pocket. Okay, can we look at it now? What we need right now is new clues. Can I look at it? We have to explore these things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Right, I hear you. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival already for you. Or perhaps you've forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Korekuta-san. Okay, let's go check it first. Let's go. Dining all by himself. Alone he was, the Englishman. Okay. This one, right? Medical report card? Can we inspect it? Eh? Can we not take a look at it? I can examine everything about this thing. Why? Why is that? History? Press?
Yes!
Let's try pressing this too. So you actually saw that with your own eyes, didn't you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone. That I did. Forgive me for... Oh. Forgive me for the position I place you in. Okay. So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? Let's not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well. As clearly be seen, there is only a single beefsteak on the victim's table, a meal for one. No. The antiques dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why? If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. Okay, we have to... Got some new information. Can we see the court record now? Does it let us investigate? Wait, you can't investigate it? No. Let's go back for now. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. Oh, you mean this? Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little bit more detail. How exactly? You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. These are the ones you may examine. Press space, and you can take a closer look at the piece in question. Oh, use the arrow keys to turn it around, to rotate the evidence in all directions. We're learning the game mechanics. By using WASD? Huh? You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues that may have been missed before. If the crosshairs start to pulsate, press space to investigate further. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. Alright, I'll see what I can do. I need to use arrow keys, WASD, and space to inspect areas of the evidence that look suspicious. Okay. So WASD lets us... What is this? Can't find anything out of place. Can't find anything out of place. What about this? It says Hotta Clinic on this medical report card. Hey, I hate clinics. Almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. Aren't they all the same? When I was 5, I caught the only cold I ever had in my life. And I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arm. Never forget it. Never in my whole life. Most people would give their right arm to have had only one cold in their whole life. Anyway, I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues if we don't want to miss anything. Yeah, I guess we flip it to the back. There's a seal on this though. Okay. Oh, we've seen this already. Sorry. We just skip ahead. Okay. Turn it around. Oh. Dentist. It looks like this medical report card was first issued quite some time ago. It's probably a record of long-term treatment, that's why. With a family doctor, I imagine. Oh, I can't imagine. Going to the doctor, I mean. As long as I'm alive, I'm never consulting one. Well, if you were dead, then there'd be no point. So you don't like doctors then? Why would you? They make you drink horrible tasting medicine, give you painful injections, and then they demand lots of money from you for the privilege, all when you're at your lowest ebb. You sound like a model. With a bad case of stubbornness, no less, for which the only cure is very bitter medicine indeed. Can I open it? Oh. Yo. This one, right? I think. Let's have a look. Ah, there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he'd had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Even though it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. Oh, there's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink, besides water for 3 hours. Post-procedure, until anesthetic effects have passed. Really? Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. Oh, he can't eat. Okay. They said that he had been dining alone, right? So he can't be eating a steak? Because he just had his teeth removed? So I guess that's where our contradiction comes in. So I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely. Okay, let's go, let's go. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was... Okay, let's just go through all these. I know which is the line. Yeah, this one. So we present the report card.
Yes!
Yes! Just raises your hand silently. Well, I think, about what are you wittering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer? I wish I could. But first and foremost here, I'm the accused. Ryunosuke. Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Kazuma. I could see quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raise your hand straight up like that, so purposefully. You knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Alright. Okay, let's go. Deep breaths. Let's rebuke this. Korekuta-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim. Ah, I see. And I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement? Something clearly doesn't add up. Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur? Sorry, what? You're not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. But let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant. But that's, remember Ryunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There's surely no need to prolong this trial further. Oh no, I missed it. The medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there's no one else beside this pale-faced pupil. Oh, we're cutting him there. This medical report card has nothing to do with the case? Do you really believe that? What? The outburst half petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant? Perhaps because Hotta Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic. A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted? What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating. Oh, they realize what's going on now. Just, what are you trying to say, cadet? He had orders not to eat? So what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours, post-procedure, while anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't. I didn't check the evidence, my sir. Korekuta-san. What? Boy. What? As you just heard, when he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No. Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case. Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic. Oh, expertly done, partner.
Objection!
What? What is this nonsense, you little upstart? Wow, okay, you're being rude now. Shake my head. These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table.
Objection!
Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke? Yes, most definitely. So having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who in fact was eating the pictured beefsteak? Bonk. The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel. Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it? Alright, the answer to this question is going to be very pivotal. This is the start of you turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been an as yet unknown third party. My boy is turning the tables around. Let's go! Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table.
Objection!
You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person.
Yes!
There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. Ugh. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly. Kazuma, are you insane? You would take on the government? Oops, tripping over my tongue a little bit. I've been talking nonstop for like 2 hours, I think. Don't worry, counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issue with them. Those two witnesses in the stand. What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury. Perjury? And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit in murder? No. Hold it. Negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. I was just following orders. Oh, you probably shouldn't have said that though. That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told us. Yeah, he kind of messed up there. Gentlewoman as well. They mentioned that there was a woman. Uh-oh. Oh, what? What did you just say? Korekuta-san? Oh, oh, he's shaking behind his antiques. You were just following orders? Now, hold on, lad. So you never saw the gentlewoman? Uh, when you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? What?
Objection!
What? What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true, you pair? Uh, just one simple slip of the tongue. I guess we're getting our foot in the door right now. We're getting our foot in the door, so yeah. It's good for us though. Order, order. Counsel, explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Well, that's classified. The baby's pulling on his mustache. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You wouldn't... Can't be happening. Ryunosuke, judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Aochi has had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. Of course, evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly? Remember how we made progress before? We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result. Oh yes, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose. Bonk. I want answers. He's like a little baby. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you, the penalty will be severe. Please, wait, Your Excellency. I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god. I knew nothing. He's trying to save his ass now. And what does the defense have to say about all this? Well, Your Excellency. No time to think. Just going to have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head. Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is... Okay, probably going to end this video here because I really didn't expect it to go on for so long. It was really fun though. I really enjoy games like this where you try to find out the truth or something like that. And with like plot twists, it makes it even better. So I hope you all enjoyed it as well. Thank you so much for just coming to watch this pre-recorded stream. I hope you had as much fun as I did. And yeah, I really do miss all of you a lot. So I hope to be back soon to stream as usual, the usual Genshin Chill and Chat stream with all of you. I hope this is still interesting for you though, and thank you so much for coming by to watch and even making it to the end of this video too. It should be, if I'm not wrong, it should be about 12:25 for most of you. 12:25 in at midnight. For most of you, I think 12:25. Yeah, it's getting pretty late now, so please go get some rest soon. And thank you so much for just being here as well. Next video will be in 2 days from now, I think. 1 day from now, I think. So like currently it's midnight, right, for us? For most of us in my time zone. So next stream would be tomorrow, the next day at 10:30 p.m. So if you'd like to, feel free to drop by every other day. Yeah, every other day there will be a pre-recorded stream. There might be a stream as well on 22nd, I think, if this video came out before the 22nd. And there might be a stream on the 22nd. I probably will release this video after the 22nd, so you don't have to worry about it too much. But thank you so much for just being here. I hope to be back soon, and I hope to be streaming for all of you soon. I would definitely love to catch up with all of you. If you want to chat with me, I am always on Discord, and feel free to come by anytime you'd like. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll see you all again soon. For those of you who are new to the stream, again, my name is Kai, and you can find me on Twitch. I stream every other day. I will just be back on the 29th of April. Yeah, streams will only resume on the 29th of April onwards, because I am currently away. If you're watching this video before the 29th, currently away at army camp, serving the nation like I do every year. Yeah, it's a yearly thing for us here in Singapore. So it's nice to meet you as well if you're new to the channel. And definitely like to get to know you better too if you're watching the video for the first time. If you're new to just my content in general. Yeah, thank you so much for just being here. I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Good night. Please have a good rest and pleasant dreams as well. I will see you all soon. Thank you.